Hi, welcome back to my 30-day to redesign your business. And obviously, it was talking about boudoir. And today is all about kind of the process, the transparency of processes and things really. So it's day 13 and we've handled loads of things. But in this week, we've handled the portfolio and the homepage copy. We've created those 12 images and we've kind of redesigned the words to actually make sure it's reflecting her, not us. But there's still one massive wall or word that stands between your client and the book now button. Okay. And that word or wall is anxiety. In boudoir, the biggest objection isn't usually price, it's fear. Even the price to kind of stands in the way for the client actually booking you to begin with. Even if you were giving away for free, there's still a price of anxiety and we can't run away from that at all. So that fear is what we've got to overcome. So the fear of not knowing what to do with their hands, the fear of looking silly and the fear of the unknown is really what the client dreads more than anything else. And I hear it time and time again with clients, not just in boudoir photography, but, I never know what to do with my hands, or, I always feel a little bit weird, or, whatever it is, I can guarantee you in boudoir photography, it's reflected times 100 because they're going to be stood in front of the camera without many clothes on. And we've got to make sure we're going to remove so much of that fear. So today we're going to try and dismantle that fear a little bit through process transparency. We're going to show her exactly how we lead the session so she can finally stop worrying about everything. So in marketing wise, the trust is built up before the camera ever comes out. We know that because she's actually going to be with us. But we also need to say, hey, look, we've done this before. And look at all this lovely stuff we've got. And look at these lovely words that we've got from clients. And by that, basically, in the marketing world, the trust is beginning to be built and that little bit of anxiety will be removed. If she knows the steps of the dance is a key word, she's more likely to step onto the floor. I love that kind of marketing saying, but it's so true in a client journey. So what we've got to do is make sure that she understands the kind of the steps or the rules or what's going to happen, because if she does and we unravel the onion, basically we're not going to have any tears and things. As far as in the creative world, safety creates expression. When the client is going to feel safe and she knows the process, she's going to allow a lot more to actually kind of come out during the session as such. The emotions will be deeper, the expressions will be more kind of flowing and so on with it. A relaxed client is a creative collaborator every single time, I promise you. A nervous client is a statue, and basically a statue in the fear of kind of doing everything. And we can affect this straight away from getting these processes right before we even start the shoot. So by removing her anxiety or the anxiety, you unlock your own creative freedom during the shoot as well with it. I promise you, it can change the whole way that you'll shoot boudoir photography forever. When we're starting to inspire, we need to think about the calm of what we do. We're so good at what we do, we will actually reflect a relaxed, calm environment. And calm is always contagious. 3 great little words again. And if you can reflect this energy of calmness, you will project a clear guided path for her and she will catch your confidence and actually start to drop the shoulders down, start to relax fully, and you can kind of turn a kind of an unconfident shoot into the most amazing shoot, I promise you, every single time. So I want you to explore the kind of the dark parts or the dark spots in your client journey. Yeah. I really do work quite hard on a client journey in portrait studios because I always reverse engineer everything. I'm not really worried about the photographer. I'm not worried how much they charge. I'm not worried about the quality of the photography. We'll get there. What I'm worried about is actually the client being fully informed and knowing it's going to be this great kind of time that is going to be changing her life possibly forever, especially in boudoir photography. So the journey is the key thing. So number one, the information gap. All right. So many photographers, so many businesses, in fact, you need to make sure you've got your process in place. So where in your process does the client go quiet? Is it because they don't know what happens next or what they're going to expect? Have you forgotten them once they've done the booking? Are they getting any information out and things? So where in your process does the client really not hear much from us, and does she go quiet in the request of information and so on with it? When we start to talk about the posing myth, most clients think they need to be a professional model. How many times have we heard that? Oh, the models in your photographs are fantastic. It's like, no. These are real clients, okay? These are real women going through the experience just the same as you, I promise. So what we need to do is, how do we translate the visual or the verbal to prove that you are the one responsible for the posing and not them, okay? So if a client thinks that they're a professional model and we haven't told them that they're not, they're going to presume that the models know what to do, when you know and I know that a lot of models, they need instruction from the photographer. Some will flow, yes, we get that, but the majority of the models are looking for direction and so on with it. But what we need to do is get the client to understand visually and verbally that we will help them all the way through the process. And then we kind of look at the safety element, okay? The safety net is called. What specific thing do you do to make people feel safe? Is it the music, the way you show the back of the camera, a sneak kind of peek so they kind of just relax a little bit more? I would say I would always try and help it or kind of back it up with a good foundation of a prep shoot guide. So the more information you can give to a client leading up to a shoot, especially in boudoir photography, the more the client is going to feel safe and the more the client is going to be aware of actually what's going to go on in the process with it. And I would take time to really create a kind of a dressing for success, a kind of a leading up to the session so they know what's going to happen on the day itself. And I would also follow that up about 3-4 days before the shoot itself with a verbal call reiterating the same information so the client knows what to do. So your task for today is, I just want you to create one dedicated post for Instagram or Facebook or both, or perhaps a new section on your website. If you haven't got one, then let's create a new one. And let's title it How I Guide You. All right, simple as that. And then explain your process for handling nervous clients. Don't just say, I'll make you feel comfortable. Tell them how. If you're struggling with this, the likes of training your agent, i.e. your AI agent, whether it's ChatGPT or Gemini or DeepSeek, whatever it is, write the story of the process. Tell your agent what you want the client to feel. Tell them what kind of voice you want to have as well. And it could have, 5 or 6 or 10 different rewrites with it. But if you're not able to translate what you really are trying to do, type it all down and then allow the agent to actually kind of start to work with you. And it can be a really big help to small businesses and businesses who are kind of struggling to get the emotional element across and things really. So once you can put that process page in place and the post as well, then you'll be able to actually create yourself your kind of dressing for success as well. So I want you to ask yourself, am I assuming she knows I'm an expert at guiding her? Or have I actually shown her the evidence of my leadership? I want you to ask yourself one of those, all right? And you've got to be able to answer it. If you can't, guess what? You need to actually do that. See you tomorrow.